Well, folks, the big beautiful bill has just passed its first hurdle. For hours, the vote was 47 yay, 50 nay. It looked like it might not get consideration, that it might get tabled. But as I was watching about 11 o'clock last night, J.D. Vance was there in case it was a tied vote. Here come three senators in and voted for it. One that had more or less been against it. The only two that ended up not voting for it in the GOP was Rand Paul and Tillis from Alabama. So then Ron Johnson changes his vote. So it ended up without J.D. Vance at 51 to 49. So the big, beautiful bill is on its way to be enacted if it continues the way it's doing in the Senate. As I've told you before, justice runs a big mouth. He will not let him script his Medicaid from his state. Well, he voted yes. Capito voted yes. McCloskey voted yes because she got a break for Alaskans. Alaskans are not going to suffer as much as we're going to suffer from Medicaid cut. Neither is a white. So then Schumer made him start reading the bill, and I watched it for about another hour. This cuts all funding for renewable energy. It opens up coal production. It opens up more drilling. But it does nothing. It eliminates, you might as well say, electric vehicles, no tax credits. It's by eliminating any new green deals with wind power, solar. Your electric bill just went up. It is ridiculous what this bill does. This bill was 900 pages, and I could hear what he was reading. It didn't go into detail, but it told what the bill, the table of contents was read and what was actually each part of it. It gives more money to the border. It gives more money to ICE so they can speed up their deportations. And what the Supreme Court did not end birthright citizenship, but it ended any way of checking Trump's executive orders that are illegal. It's gone. Unless you can bring a class action lawsuit or some way, there is no injunctions anymore. The Supreme Court needs to be redone, eliminated. Trump now wants to cut the interest rate to 1 to 2%, which will lead us straight into a depression. Trump is ruining this. Well, he's not ruining it. He has ruined this country. He sits on Face the Nation, or on Marie's show on Fox that goes, when I went to NATO, the Netherlands, man, everybody, Mr. President, we need to talk to you, and man, they got respect for the U.S. Before they were laughed at, because we had a president that fell down steps, fell on stage, couldn't find his way out, and yeah, Trump lives in his own reality world. He has no idea what's going on here in America. He doesn't care about you. He is so afraid right now that they have put the riot fences up around the White House and throughout Washington. Because he knows that we, the people, are coming after him. Iran has put a hit list out on him. The predictions say, according to Nostradamus, that Trump and Putin will probably die by the end of this year. And we don't need J.D. Vance, because Vance went in there and pressured those senators, the holdouts, and made deals with them for their states to get this beautiful bill on consideration. Your world has ended. Your security has ended. Right now, you may be on a hit list from Iran to be nuked. They didn't shut down Iran's nuclear. No matter how Trump wants to scream and Hexas wants to scream, they didn't do this. They may have set them back a month or two. But now we have nobody over there that even knows what Iran's doing. How much uranium, enhanced uranium that they have. How far they are maybe from building a bomb. We also don't know how many bombs North Korea or the Soviet Union may send to Iran. And also, Trump is interfering with the legal system in Israel to tell them that if they don't drop the charges against Bibi, that he's going to cut off all aid to Israel, which is not a bad idea. And these people like Trump and the white nationalists and the Christian nationalists, wake up, people. You don't like brown-skinned people. What do you think? Jesus was as white as a sheet? He was Arabic. They're dark-colored. He wasn't white. So you can't believe in Jesus and believe that they're in the white supremacy. That's impossible to do. Bibi is a criminal in his own country. They got criminal charges against him. What he has did to Gaza is worse than as bad as anything that Hitler did, if not worse. But Donald Trump isn't going to go against Israel because the Democrats won't go against Israel. They're going to let all these people in Gaza die because they can't fight the money people that's financing our government. They're afraid of them. Macaulay from Texas just told Face the Nation that if the GOP voted against Trump's bill, they would not be reelected. Well, I'm saying if you vote for it, you should not be reelected. But nobody wants to wake up. When your parents die in a rest home, or 3 out of 4 rest homes get shut down because there's no care, because Medicaid isn't paying, and your hospital gets shut down, which there is a provision in there, I believe, that will support the hospitals. But get it through your head once and for all. Trump doesn't care. Trump wouldn't give you the sweat off his ass. You support him, and you watch so many people get thrown under the bus. So many lawyers. There's been more lawyers this month that have been debarred because of Trump's lies in 2020. He doesn't care. You're not only ending your career, you're ending your family's livelihood. Pam Bondi should not even be near the Department of Justice. We have no way in the court system to win. Let's be like Trump and his dummies. Let's start with 1776. I can imagine what my great-great-grandpa, who was a Revolutionary War veteran, would think of what we did today with this country. I'm sure he didn't get up in the morning and say, well, we got to do what the king wants today. We better do what the king wants or he's going to ruin our lives. The king ruined a lot of lives. But the king got shut down and the king got put out of America. And I will never bow to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is an idiot. He's so incognitive that he don't even know what day it is. And what did he do this morning on Sunday, the 29th of June? He went golfing. Where was he yesterday before the vote? He went golfing with Rand Paul and a few other senators. And we're paying for every time he goes golfing. We are paying a dear price every time he goes out there and cheats. Because they say he can't even play golf honestly. He gets within 5 foot of the hole and picks the ball up and says, okay. I played golf. There's no guarantee that you're going to put that 5-foot putt in the hole. But this is how Trump lives. This is Trump's mentality. He's invented a new word I want you people to keep remembering. He invented equalization. He just said so the other day that he's come up with a new word. Equalization. Get your facts. Don't listen to Fox. Don't listen to any of them. Get your facts from the Independent. what they call podcasts, but they're independent news agencies that research all this, that show you everything. They don't just show you clips. They show you everything. Plus, now, we've got the Rose Garden tore up in Washington. The Rose Garden has been there for a century and a half or more. But Donald Trump is removing the Rose Garden. He's going to pave it over or concrete it or something so people's heels don't sink into the ground or the chairs don't make a mark. The Rose Garden has been a special place for the United States. But now you can call it the blacktop or concrete garden. Those big flags Trump just put up, what was the sense of them? There's money. They didn't put those up for nothing. It cost money. It's costing money to dig up the Rose Garden. And your Medicaid is going to pay for it. Your food stamps are going to pay for it. They want $1 billion for ICE. Man, if ICE gets $1 billion, we're all going to be deported. But if ICE comes after me, they're going to find out I don't go reasonable. And I don't go peacefully. I've never did anything peacefully or quiet in my life. When something's wrong, I come out and stand up. It doesn't matter what it is or who it's for. When somebody is being wronged, I will come out and stand up to my dying breath. When HUD already put into effect the no smoking in federal building or in federal housing, you could ask my buddy. I have did more complaining about that than anybody else that you know of. And think about this. I have not smoked since 1993. So that didn't affect me. But if they would have had a picket line or that or a protest out at the street where the news would have seen it, you would have seen me on the news. Because that's what interbred in me. I don't sit back and let people like Trump run over my country. I don't stand around and say, oh, well, that's fine, who needs Medicaid or who needs food stamps? That's just the lazy people of the world. I don't believe taking cancer research away from kids. I don't believe in taking the means to keep a kid alive or anybody alive just so somebody can give a big tax break to Jeff Bezos or whoever, or to the top 1/3 of the 1.1% of the people in this country. Mark my word. What I'm saying, I'm not making up. I listen to Trump. I've listened to Trump since his first term, clear through the 4 years between. I've heard what he said. I heard how he downplayed COVID, how he said, oh, you can drink bleach. You can put a light in your body. Isn't there a way we can do this? I watched him say that we got one case, but that'll be gone. Well, we got 15 cases, but when it warms up, you won't have to worry about COVID. You don't need to wear a mask. You don't need to shutter in place. You don't need to be social distance. Remember, he held a Rose Garden event during that time, and I forget how many people caught COVID. So you all just go ahead, support your Orange Jesus, support your representatives and your senators who don't give a damn about you. because they don't think you can hurt them. But we, the people, have the power in this country. We, the people, will take this country back. And if you notice from the latest news, even the Proud Boys are starting to sour on Trump. Okay. God bless you. God bless America. Stay strong.